Hello and welcome back to another video for Python beginner class. Okay, so in this lesson, in this video, we are going to go through for lesson 5. If this, then that. Okay, alright. So first of all, we are going to learn about the Boolean logic. Okay, so if you remember from lesson 2, if I'm not mistaken, that's the part that where you supposed to learn about the if statement. Okay, but unfortunately we didn't learn anything from that lesson because I said that we will go through it in this lesson. Okay, so now let's learn about it. Okay, okay, so first, Boolean is a special type of data that can only be true or false. Okay, the value will be only have two, true or false. Okay, so as you can see here on the example, ignoring the ball here. Okay, you know the ball here. Okay, so this robot or the program that we have here, and it needs to choose between going to the left or to the right. Okay, so when you are using the Boolean, you have the true and false. Okay, so you need to make the robot decide which way to go based on the Boolean. Okay, so you can set some condition. Okay, some condition for the robot to achieve so that the condition becomes true. Then it will go to the left. Okay, if the condition is not true, which means it's false, then it will go to the right. Okay, it is better to be by watching how the programs work. Okay, because based on just this diagram, it's a bit hard to see. Okay, how to maybe imagine how it works. Okay, so by using the Boolean, okay, by using the Boolean, you can ask your program questions like, is 1 bigger than 2? Okay, this one is just a question, it's not part of the code. Okay, is 1 greater than 2 or bigger than 2? These two things the same. Okay, like coding and coding. Is this both of these the same or not? Okay, or are these things not the same? Okay, so you can use your program to check for you. Okay, even though we can like in a glance we can differentiate directly what's the difference between all this. Okay, but we need to use it. Okay, we need to use the program so that our program or the robot can decide on their own. Okay, so when you are asking a question, you can use this symbol or this operator for the program. Okay, so let's start. I will show one by one. Equal means equal to. Okay, exclamation marks equal means not equal or not same. Okay, this one basically this is it the same or not, okay, when you are comparing something. And then the other one, the formal, more than the sideways V. Okay, this one is more than, and the other one is less than. Okay, if you are not familiar with this symbol, okay, to differentiate between more than and less than, you can actually look at the symbol itself. Okay, so imagine that okay, wait, maybe better to show you the on the whiteboard. Okay, great. Okay, here is this one. Okay, so this one is more than and this one is less than. Okay, so there's two way to like remember. Okay, so one is more than, the arrow will face to the right. Okay, this one is to the right, and less than will be left. Okay. Right. So the other one is by looking at by dividing it into in the middle like this. Okay. So as you can see, in the more than, it have a bigger mouth, okay, or bigger space between. So you can like remember it. Oh, more than have a bigger mouth, okay, and the less than have a smaller mouth, or the mouth doesn't even open. Okay, so you can use this method to remember which one is which. Okay. Now let's go back to the pie chart. Okay, less than. The last one will be like a variation of the more or less symbol. Okay, it's basically the same, just that it have the equal to. Okay, meaning that if the number is more or equal to this number, okay, then it will trigger the process depending on what you set the condition as. Okay, so more or equal to, less or equal to. Okay. Okay, so we will probably use the one with the equal to more than the single unit like this. Okay, most of the time, because we want some flexibility to code it. Okay. Okay, now let's try this code. Okay, I'm going to create 3 variables, each with different value inside. Okay, so one. Okay, this string. Okay, try to look properly. Okay, and see what's the difference between both of the code over here. Okay, both of the string here. Okay, and then the last one, I'll compare a number. Okay, the 3 is more than 5. No, 3 is more than 1. Okay, then we print. Okay, we are going to print all, so just type it like this. Okay, because we type the print function in a sequence, so when it display on the terminal, it will also follow that sequence. Okay, that's like a rule for this one. Okay, and okay, now let's run it. Okay, and okay, so let's go one by one. Okay, so let's see over here. Okay, the coding here. Okay, so the coding here is exactly the same. Okay, on either side. Okay, so the first coding is equal to the second coding. Okay, in the manner of how I type it. Okay, so all the same, so it is true. Alright, so it is true. The second one, for the 2 variable, only the first one is capital letter. Okay, only the first coding is in capital letter. Okay, in the second coding, all is in lowercase, so it's not equal. So the Python will give us false. Okay, because it is not equal to this one. Okay, and the third one is 3 is more than 1. More or true lah. Okay, because 3 is greater than 1. Okay, so you will print out the true. Okay, so for the variable 2, if we change it into not equal to, what will happen? Is it going to give us false or true? It will give us the true value, true condition. Why? Because it is correct because the coding here is not equal to the coding in the second string. Okay, so it will give us the true condition. Okay, so next one will be using the if statement. Okay, so sometimes in programming, there are multiple paths to take. Okay, but you don't need to tell your program which path to take each time you program it. you run it. Okay, so we can automate the process by using the if statement or the conditioner. Okay, so first of all, let's create a variable, a number for this one. Okay, if num1 is more than 10, okay, print number is greater. Okay, so what this one does is, if the number 1 or the variable 1, whatever data is inside the variable 1 is more than this number, then it will print out this string. Okay, in the case that this one, the num1 is less than 10, it should print anything, okay, because it is false. So let's try and see what happened. So it won't print us anything because 5 is less than 10, so why should it print? Okay, so it is not true or false. Okay, so that it won't print. But if we change it into like 15, it should print us the number is greater. Okay, so you'll check for the condition first. If it is true, then it will print. If it is not true, then it will not print. Okay, but if you want to like if it is false, then you want to display something, then you can add this one. Okay, enter and make sure it's like this. Else print number is lower than. Okay, so once we run this one, if the number is like this one, okay, less than 10, it will print this one. Okay, the number is lower. Okay, because the if is only for the true, the else is after it check for the true, for the first statement. If it is false, then it will go to the else. Alright, if it is true, then it will print the number is greater than. Okay, so this is how you use the if statement or the conditionals. Okay, and also you notice how this space, there's some space behind the print after we type this code, this line of code. This is called the indent. Okay, indent is like a four space, not four space, but 4 space bar when you press it. Okay, 1 2 3 4. Okay, so you have 4 space. If your like your editor doesn't automatically make it go straight like this when you press enter, okay, you manually press 4 times the spacebar. Okay, this indent block is just to like tell the Python or tell the program to, so that this code will be part of this. Okay, this part of this block of code will be part of a bigger code over here. Okay, so that's why they give the indent over here at the start here. Okay, alright, next. Okay, so next one is other statements. Okay, sometimes there will be a situation which will require multiple choices to be made. Okay, so to further show you the example, and we're going to build a system for a zoo that will tell the zookeeper what type of food to give each animals. Okay, each time their lunchtime is come. Okay, right. So first, let's create a animal variable. Okay, animal variable. Let's say this one is a bird. Okay. Okay, and then if animal is equal to lion, okay, Okay. Um, Lion. Print. What kind of food they eat? Okay. So lion usually eat meat. So we just print meat. Okay. And then animal equal to this one will be a different animal. Zebra. I think zebra eat grass. I don't think they are a meat eater. So we just do grass. Else, print water. Okay, don't forget to put the colon each time you like create a comparison. Make sure to put the colon. If not, then the program won't run. Okay. Hey. So now, right now, the animal is birds. Okay, bird. So if we print, it will check first. It will check with all the statement first. Okay, it will first check with the if statement. Okay. So we'll check. Oh, in the first statement, the animal is lion, so it is false. Then it will cross out this the if statement. Then it will go to the elif, okay, and then it will check again. Oh, this one is for zebra, so still not the same. And okay, so both of these are false. So what is left is just this, the water. So when you print, it will give us only the water. Okay. So this is how it works. It will check first in the statement. Okay, based on the variable, it will check the statement. Okay, if it match with the, both the variable and the statement matches each other for the string, then it will print out that statement. Okay, but if not, then they will go to the other statement and then check. If not the same, they will repeat until they find the one. Okay. Okay, so there's another way to use this. I think I just create another one, another file. Eternal.py. Okay, this one is the second one. So this one. Okay, for this one, then I will put like directly the condition. This one is false or true. Okay, I'll just put directly over here, Ethan true. Okay, so this one I'll give him condition directly over here. Okay, if Ethan, the variable, is true. Okay, you can type it like this. Okay, or you can type it like this. Print I have eaten. Okay, so this one I have eaten if the condition is true. Okay, so you have two ways to type it lah. Okay, that's either you use the is or you use the equal to. Okay, and then leave. So basically, when you use it like this, usually you technically only have two options. Okay, so you just have the if option, the if statement, and the else statement. Okay, usually like this. I have not done. Okay, wait, right. Okay, so because this one already says this one as true. Okay, because this one is the condition is set as true, then it will check first over here. If eaten is true, then it will print out the I have eaten. So it will print out this section. Okay. If not, if this one is, we change it into false. Okay, we change it to false. It will print I have not eaten. Okay, because we like give it the condition over here. Okay, this is one of the way to use the true false condition statement. Okay. Okay. One thing to note. Okay. If the if statement can only be used once in a script. Okay. In like a main script like this, and you can only use it once. You cannot put it like this. If animal equal to first. Okay. Yeah, technically you cannot use the if multiple times in a single way. Okay, but depending on the condition, sometimes they can, but as you can see just now, most of the time they cannot. You need to use the elif. Okay, so that's why the elif can be used multiple times in a single line of code. Okay, animal equal to bird. Yeah, you can use multiple of the elif, alright, and also the elif and the s will only be run, or will only be checked if the first statement here, the if statement, is false. Okay, only in that condition they will go to the second or third statement. If the first one is true, then it will true lah. Okay, it won't go through the else, everything else. Okay. Okay, next one will be a bit tricky. Okay. Okay, so the next one is called nested condition. Okay, so basically the program will basically nested means inside. Okay, in other words, it is like this if statement inside of a if statement. Okay, the indent part it will be inside there. Okay, so basically the program will check the true false statement first and then take an appropriate action. Okay, it will check the first statement true or false. If it's true, then it will take the appropriate action. Okay, so by doing it like this, and you can actually print more than string. Okay, but it is also depends on how you program it. Okay, I am going to show you an example because it is better to show you the example here. As an example, first we are going to create age. Okay, 19 is graduated. Now we're going to use the true false. Okay, we're going to use false. Has license, true. Okay, now we're going to create the first statement. Okay, the first statement using the if age is more or equal to 18, print this one I just use something like this. Okay, you are of legal age. And then if the if is graduated, okay, colon, print congrats for graduating. Okay, congrats for graduating. Okay, the last one will be if has license. Okay, if this one is true, then print maybe happy driving. Okay. Okay. Now let's run it and see what happened. Okay, and I will explain why this stuff happened, this one happened, this one is true, this one is not. Okay. Okay, so as you can see over here, you are of legal age, meaning that the first statement here is true. Okay, this means it is true, and then the if statement inside of it, okay, it'll check if it's graduated, print this one. Congrats for graduating, but unfortunately this one is false, so it isn't printed. The second one, if has license, print happy driving. So because the license, they have the license, then we print out the happy driving. Okay. Okay. So this is how the nested function works. Okay. One thing to note when you are doing it like this. Okay. If the first statement here is false, okay, or meaning that it doesn't reach that age, the rest of the statement will not be true, will not be printed. Okay, even though it have the license. Okay, if the first statement is false, then the rest will not be. It will not go through the rest of the code. Okay, it will only run if the first one is true. Okay, it will run through everything else if the first one is true. If it false, no, it will stop over here. Okay. Alright, so so final, I think this one is the last one. Yeah, last one. Okay, so this one is and or. Okay, so this one is used if you like want to have like you don't want to use the alif too many times. Okay, then because the string that you use is like part of the same family or something. Okay, so yeah, I change it first. Okay, if animal equal to lion or animal is equal to tiger. Oh wait, column print meat. Okay, this one making it like based on their diet. Okay, so lion and tiger eat meat. Okay, right. So like this one, I just use the simple one like over here. Okay, so if the animal is in the variable here is either a lion or a tiger, it will print the meat. Okay, if either value is inside here, inside the variable, it will print out it will consider it as true. Okay, when you are using the or statement. Okay, if you are using the and it won't run because both of these animal needs to be inside over here. Okay, so if it's like this, so meaning that it is false because you need to have both the lion and the tiger inside the animal variable. Okay, but right now I only have the tiger, so it doesn't print anything because this one is false and we didn't put an else statement over here, so it won't print anything. Okay, okay, so now that we have learned how to make the how to use the if statement and the boolean logic, okay, we're going to create another calculator, but this time will be a bit more advanced than the previous one that we did. Okay, this time the calculator can use multiple operator that the user wants to use without changing the code. Okay, so first we need to create three variables. Okay, so first one I will type it like this one, num1, equal to because this one is a number, we are using the number, so we just put directly the float over here and then input. Okay, and then over here enter a number. And then the second one, follow this sequence because when you're using the input function, they will ask you just like how you type it over here. Okay, so it will follow the sequence. So next one will be the op or the operator. Okay, input. Okay, input. Enter an operator. Okay. Be more. And then the second one will be the second number to use in the equation. Because this one is almost the same, so I'll just copy paste this one. Okay. Enter another number. Okay, now that we have these three variables, now we are going to use to create the by using the if statement the condition for the mathematical equation. Okay, depending on what operator to use. Okay, so first of all, if if op is equal to, make sure to use this as string. If equal to plus print. Okay, this one, in this one, and the variable you match the operator. Okay, if that one is plus, then variable plus variable. Okay, then the rest will be like this. If op is equal to minus colon print num1 minus num2. Okay, so the rest can be do like this. Okay, we just copy paste it and just by changing the operator. So multiply, divide, and then divide. And the last one, if the value that they gave us is like false or not part of the number, then we can use this else. Print invalid. Forgot to put the string. Invalid. Or just invalid. Okay. Okay. So now when we run, what happened is it will ask the number, the operator, I'll just use plus for now, and another one equal to, then you'll get the answer. Okay, then you can try again with something else. Okay, now let's try again. If what happened if we give something that is okay, then it'll give us the invalid answer. Okay, so that is all. This one will be your assignment. I forgot to mention at the start. Okay, so this one will be your assignment, so make sure to submit it into our website or submit it to me through our Slack something. Okay, so this one you will get around 200, I think 200 coins, so make sure to submit it to me. Okay, so that is all for now. We are going so that is all for now. Thank you for watching and see you again next time.